Be wary of the grates. Those fires are faster than mine. Die and be judged. those jackals. Perhaps the Cyclops fear them. You are finished!
Please help. The Cyclopses have gone mad. They locked us in here and dragged my men off to Asinine knows what awful fate.
I'll free your men. Do you know where they were taken?
The Cyclopses took them. Over there, past the fire grates, on the other side of the chamber. I don't know what they're planning, but those two are like brothers to me. Please, will you help them? Did you find my men? Are they all right?
No, I haven't found them yet.
Please hurry. I'm afraid the Cyclopses have some dire plan for them.
saints bless him. I knew Olbert would send someone for me. Thank you, stranger. Now, I'm gonna make a run for it while I still can.
Thought I was a goner for sure. I need to get to the surface and let my family know that I'm not dead. I owe you one, Legionnaire.
So you are the ones who fight for the Ironmonger dogs. This boundary is ours now. We will never be slaves again. brothers! No more! Why do you fight us? What have we done to you?
The other Cyclopses attacked us on sight. We had to defend ourselves.
You took the side of the bosses. You want to enslave us, to make us work without pay, just like the paper says.
What paper are you talking about?
An old man gave the paper to me. He called it a manifesto. He said we deserve a better life. We have the right to refuse to work, to demand better pay.
If you tell your brothers to stand down, we'll talk to Meister Kassel.
I will trust you to go to the Ironmongers, to decide how best to end this fight. It is only by your mercy that we live. We will accept whatever judgment you make.
Meister Kassel did not tell us the whole story, it seems.
We only ask for better pay. We do not want to be treated as slaves.
Surely you must be joking, Meister Fiddlewick. I shall not reward the slaying of my guild members with salaries and contracts. If these beasts weren't vital to the operation of the Foundry, I'd charge every one of them with murder, and they could all go to the gallows.
Funny that you mention legal action. Last I recall, slavery was a criminal offense in Stonebridge. Shall we take this matter to the courts?
I didn't expect to find you both here. What's this all about?
Now that you've done Kassel's dirty work and violently ended the strike, he wants to dishonor the dead by maintaining the status quo.
Those beasts went mad. Don't try to rationalize their crimes.
What Meister Kassel means to say is that he thinks the Cyclopses are mere animals. I say, anything that has a mind has rights.
You weren't honest with me, Meister Kassel. The Cyclopses didn't go mad. They were fighting for their rights.
What are you talking about? The Cyclopses turned violent and killed my people without provocation. Is that what they told you? That this was a work strike? I'd say you've been misled.
The Cyclopses agreed to stop fighting if I speak to you on their behalf.
You... what? What nonsense is this?
Meister Kassel is an endless font of courtesy and grace. Go ahead. Thank the Legion for saving your lives.
Yes, thank you for ending the violence. But what do you mean you speak for them? Those beasts are making demands?
The Cyclopses have a manifesto of demands. They want better treatment from now on.
A manifesto? What kind of nonsense is that?
The Cyclops said that an old man gave them the manifesto. But what does it matter where their ideas came from, if their demands are fair?
An old man? The dapper old gent, no doubt. When Wulf hears about this, he's going to give me the "I told you so" of a lifetime.
Why would the dapper old gent care about the Foundry?
The whole economy of Stonebridge rests on the power of the foundries, churning gears, and the cheap metal goods that our forges provide.
The economy of Stonebridge hinges on its workers, not your machines. But yes, the Foundry is a crucial part of our supply chain.
The Foundry needs to reopen, one way or another. I speak for the Cyclopses, so whatever I say, they will honor.
Well then, something good came of all this violence. My good Legionnaire, tell the Cyclopses that they may resume work as salaried employees.
Shut your goblin spout! They agreed long ago to servitude as payment for their crimes. They cannot just ignore a contract.
Meister Kassel, you said the Cyclopses agreed to servitude?
Years ago, long before the Legion fell, a tribe of Cyclopses wandered down from the mountains and raided the town. At great cost, the people of Stonebridge bested them. Their chieftain agreed to a lifetime of servitude to spare his people from the noose. Yes, I profit from their work, but so does the whole city. A contract is a contract. We can't ignore rules and laws, not even old ones.
Meister Fiddlewick, you clearly favor the Cyclopses. I'd like to hear your side of the argument.
For years, this city has flourished, largely at the expense of the Cyclopses, slaving away in the Foundry. Kassel used you. He told you the Cyclopses had gone mad so you would enforce his profit margin. Why do you think he lied to you? There is nothing subtle about my argument. The Cyclopses are thinking, reasoning beings and should not be slaves to any man or goblin.
I've heard enough. I'm ready to decide.
My hands are tied. The Cyclopses will listen to you and you alone now that you've beaten them. I pray you make the right choice.
And I, for one, respect the old tradition of letting the Legion be the mediators of best resort. I know you will choose rightly.
The Cyclopses acted in self-defense. They must be given fair wages and treated with respect.
What? Nonsense! The Cyclopses are bound by an agreement. If you wanted my vote, you just lost it. Bah! Tell them Tell them I will negotiate their wages. This decision is foolish, but I won't have the Cyclopses leave. The city needs them.
He'll calm down eventually. But you have my thanks, and I pledge my vote to you when the time comes.
Terribly sorry. Meister Kassel has insisted that we have no further dealings with the Legion. Kassel believes you capitulated to the demands of thugs. But I am grateful for your help. More of our colleagues would surely have died if not for you.
We fixed the gears as well as we could. The foundry is impressive when it comes to life.
True. The whole city relies on the power of our furnaces and gears. Here is a little something for your trouble.
Did you find my men? Are they all right?
Yes, they're safe.
They are? Hazanai bless you, and all the saints as well. I wish I had more to reward you with, but this is all I can give.
I didn't help you for a reward, but if you mention this to Kassel, we'd appreciate it.
Your generosity knows no bounds, my friend. I'll tell Kassel, and I'll raise a glass in your honor next time I'm drinking with my mates. My men and I owe you our lives, friend. Thank you. We owe you for saving us, but that doesn't mean I respect your decision to side with those monsters. I expected more from the Legion.
I haven't seen Kassel this mad since, well, ever.
Kassel believes you...
Those monsters try to kill you, and now you're taking their side? Maybe you took a few too many sharp blows to the head.
I'm glad I caught you. There's trouble all over Stonebridge. The automatons, they've gone mad. They're tearing the city apart.
Everything was quiet a few hours ago.
One moment they were fine, the next they just changed. As if someone took control of them. It's been less than an hour, and they've already taken the main square. They're fighting like an army, working together, attacking every person they see.
What happened to all the people?
They're hiding indoors. A few are still on the street, and I'm trying to keep them safe. We're sheltering people in the Chapterhouse, too. Odo's barred the doors.
All right, what's our plan?
The automatons are headed for the city hall. You've got to warn the Meisters. Save them if you can. I'll be all right. Go!
Whoever is behind this has much to answer for.
The Gent! He was here! As soon as you entered the hole, he fled!
You don't seem hurt. What about the other Meisters?
Just a few cuts and bruises. My own automatons held the doors and kept the enemy at bay. The Gent never got to my constables. Bad luck for him.
The Gent was here? Did he speak to you?
He threatened us. Told us he was going to bring down the city. The madman said we deserved it.
He fled on foot?
No, he opened one of those shimmering doors, just over there in the corner.
A causeway. We should follow and catch him by surprise.
Chase the Gent out of his lair, and I'll be waiting to clap him in irons.
How utterly unorthodox. Sieging the Meister Hall requires a properly filed writ of insurrective intent. Automatons, I demand that you cease and desist. Don't make me issue you a fine. Automatons, I demand that you cease and desist. Don't make me issue you a fine.
I'm too important to die. This city needs me. Curse the goblin that built those wretched automatons.
I told them that technology would destroy the working man. Oh, the irony. Wait, is irony the right word for this? This is what happens when you contract the city's defense to the lowest bidder. Hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
Automatons, I demand
This is
that
what
you cease and
happens when
desist.
you contract the
Don't make me
city's
issue you a
defense to the
fine.
lowest bidder. Hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
You simply do not give up, do you? How much did the Meisters pay you to finish what they began 30 years ago? Tell me, what price does my blood fetch? No matter. Whatever the sum, you will not live to collect. You are a nuisance!
If we do not resist the automatons will overwhelm us. Destroy that strange machine. Platform, and he is ours.
The people of Stonebridge will pay for their crime! My fallen comrades will have vengeance!
Surrender yourself, Gent. By all the saints, your judgment is long overdue.
Judgment? By what right? The people of Stonebridge are guilty of far worse crimes than mine. I spit on you. Murderers and traitors, all.
Murder and betrayal? Who do you accuse?
Not you. I've not seen your face before, and you are a mystery. No, I speak of these merry Meisters in their pretty clothes and all the people of Stonebridge. They tore open the doors of our Chapterhouse, dragged us into the streets, murdered my brothers, my sisters, the whole damned Legion.
You're blaming an entire city for the crimes of a few.
Indeed. I take affront, sir. I am no murderer, and I can name 100 others who had no part.
No, Master Wulf. You are no murderer. That is true. You simply consort with murderers. Bow and scrape and do their bidding. Bravo for you, sir. Half your people stood by, while the other half did murder. Did you hold the killers to account? No? Then you share in their guilt.
Why did you survive when all the other Legionnaires died?
We were ordered to stand firm, to face the mob down, to raise no hand in our own defense. A stupid order, meant to shame the people into sparing us. But rabid dogs have no shame. I fled into a causeway, and promised my dead comrades that I'd see justice done for them.
And the people who killed the Legionnaires? They were never tried for murder? None of them?
What could we do? Arrest half the city? Even the constables had sided with Jane and her mobs.
If you claim to be a Legionnaire, then tell us your name.
Archambault du Payen, senior apprentice to the Grand Mage. Last survivor of the Legion.
No, not the last. Look at me, brother. We stood at Hearthfire together 40 years past, spoke the rights, and made our oaths to the Legion.
I remember you. Odo, the tracker, the tireless scout, the watcher of roads. How can this be? In my dreams, I saw the whole Legion dead, scattered around a great tree.
You saw a tree? Was it full of ravens?
Just as you say. Sometimes I see my fallen comrades scattered about its base, an army of corpses, rotting in a foul and twisted wood. Every time I close my eyes, the dream is there.
What about the Radiant Youth? The child with golden hair? Have you ever met him at the tree?
No. I saw him only once, at my induction into the Legion. Odo was there, and saw him too. I thought he'd turned his back from us. Or just from me.
You and Odo were friends?
No, I hardly knew him. I was a mage apprentice. Odo was a scout of sorts.
Scout is a kind word for what I was.
You're a criminal, but you're a Legionnaire as well.
Hand him over to me and I'll see that he gets a trial. He'll hang, I expect, but that's a quick death. Better than he'd get if we tossed him to the people.
Wait, he's a Legionnaire. He's one of us. And he's a mage. If we give him to the town, all his knowledge is lost.
This man is a criminal, sir. He tried to ruin our city, and who knows how many lives he took. Would you let him walk free?
We need more information before we decide what to do with him.
Ask your questions. I'm sure the constable will be eager to learn how I eluded him so very many times.
The trouble in the Foundry, the Automaton Rebellion, that was all you're doing?
My designs, yes. For their execution, I must give some credit to the people of Stonebridge themselves.
Are you mad? The people of Stonebridge? How are we to blame?
If not for your cruelty and greed, would the Foundry workers be so quick to rise up? If not for your murder of the Legion, would you need an army of automatons to defend you? I took what you gave me, Constable, and I turned it against you.
Did you mean to launch the Automaton Rebellion when you did?
No, you forced my hand. I'd hoped that the trouble in the Foundry would last a few more weeks, and I'd have time to turn all the automatons against the city. As it was, I turned half to my side at best. Not near enough.
You used the criminals in the crypts. They abducted the automatons and you modified them.
Yes, you have it exactly. A slow and painstaking affair, but my accomplices were more than willing. Reputation has its benefits, even in criminal circles. Simple enough to bend one's admirers to one's will. Learning how to exert control over the automatons, that was the challenge. Fortunately, I was able to steal as many books from the college as I liked. And I had my own magical knowledge to draw upon, too. It took some experimentation and a few ruined automatons, but I learned.
Witnesses said you could disappear at will. You've been hiding in the causeways?
The Legion left many causeways behind. No one knew they existed, save for me. But they couldn't always take me where I needed to go. The Foundry, say, or a troublesome Meister's estate. So I created causeways of my own. Not a simple art to learn. And when I hang, as I assuredly will, the knowledge shall die with me.
You lived 30 years in the causeways? Did you ever come out?
When I wished to come out, I did. The constables were looking for a well-dressed old gentleman, because that was what I allowed them to see. If I dressed as a workman or a clerk, darkened my hair with pitch, I could escape their eyes.
So, you moved about the city with ease, kept an eye on the constables without their knowledge.
Sometimes I clothed myself in rags and tottered about the main square. No one gave me a second look, and I could observe my enemy at leisure.
That beggar! The fellow who shouted rude names at me whenever I drilled the automatons in the square? That was you?
Was it? I'm sorry, Constable. I don't recall.
Why attack Stonebridge? What did you mean to achieve?
To leave these people as they left me. Ruined, defenseless, alone. Their fine city lying in pieces around them. Who else could demand satisfaction for my brothers and sisters? The Meisters would never have listened if I had gone before their courts. I was one man, alone, and my survival was inconvenient at best.
Did you intend this all along? 30 years?
No. I only meant to steal back the treasures that they plucked from the Legion's corpse. Tomes of magic. Heirlooms that belonged to friends. But I gained a reputation. I learned that one man can be as fearsome as an army if he cultivates a legend around himself. Only in the last 5 years did I dare to dream of the city's fall. And I came close, did I not? I may have failed, but they will never forget.
All right. I'm ready to make a decision.
The Gent is your prisoner by rights. What shall we do with him?
We'll take custody of the Gent. He won't trouble your city any further.
I must vigorously protest. This madman tried to bring down the city. I'll not have him running loose.
My word that I leave you in peace, Constable, on the following terms. First, that your fine council grants full support to the Legion. Second, that you find the ones who slaughtered my Legion brothers, if they yet live, and hold them to account.
I dare say we have little choice, sir. Very well. I agree to your terms. That's one matter settled, but we still owe the Legion a vote. I'll convene the council at once.
Was this then what the Legion had become? A bitter old man bent on revenge? I didn't want to believe it. The Gent was a true man of the 10th, and its ideals still lived in his heart. Though the Gent had committed terrible crimes, the Legion had need of his knowledge. His skills would serve no one if he went to the noose. So the dapper old Gent returned to the Chapterhouse, his crimes forgiven in the eyes of the Legion, if not the people of Stonebridge. We have gained a powerful ally, and the people of Stonebridge have pledged themselves to our cause. As long as Jane Cascinder remains a threat, they have little choice.
Gentlemen and goblins, Order! Council will address the proposed alliance with the 10th Legion.
Circumstances have indeed changed since we last spoke. I now find myself addressing the savior of our city. Does the Legion envoy have anything further to say before a vote is called?
Our purpose is to serve the people of Ebb, not to impose our will upon them. We'll honor whatever decision you make.
Very good. No reason to postpone our decision any further. All those in favor of the alliance vote aye. Those opposed vote nay.
First Constable votes aye.
Chief Barrister votes aye.
Guild of Ironmongers reminds the Council of the considerable cost of the events in the Foundry. Are we now to pay for the Legion's war as well?
First, the Guild abuses its workers. Now it votes against the savior of our city? I wonder what the people will do when they hear. And I promise that they'll hear.
Guild of Ironmongers respectfully abstains.
Master of the College votes aye.
3 votes in favor, 1 abstention. As mayor of the city, I shall join the majority and vote aye. Be it resolved, then, that an alliance is declared between the city of Stonebridge and the 10th Legion. May our enemies tremble with dread.
I'd like to thank the Council. The Legion will call on you soon.
Of course. As our ally and savior of the city, the Legion is always welcome here. The Council has granted its full support to the Legion, though we cannot condone your decision to set the Gent free.
Might I remind you that the dapper old Gent is a former Legionnaire who witnessed the murder of his friends. He is not an evil man.
No, we do not call him evil, but he is a criminal by any definition of the word. He terrorized us for almost 30 years, and we dare not forget that some of our citizens died in his attempt to bring down the city. But it is not the Council's wish to defy the Legion. We are your allies, and we owe you our very lives. We hope that you understand.
Have you repaired the damage from the Gent's attack?
Most of it, yes. We sent crews of automatons to every corner of the city. It's remarkable how quickly they work. They repaired our public spaces almost as quickly as they destroyed them.
I have no business for the Council. Sorry to disturb you.
No trouble. A visit from the Legion is never a disturbance.
Should have been our justice system that dealt with the Gent, not yours.
I mean to keep my word to the Gent. We started looking for citizens who took part in the mobs.
I wanted to thank you again for siding with the downtrodden Cyclopses. In this regard, I'm happy to be proved wrong in my opinion of the Legion. What do you need to know?
I believe we promised to investigate those who committed crimes against the Legion. Several culprits have confessed, but I need a plaintiff. I have 3 outstanding legal matters, charges of theft and murder. In accordance to Stonebridge law, the wronged party must press charges. In other words, the city cannot convict until the Legion serves the guilty party with intent of justice.
Why did the city not pursue these cases earlier? I have a hard time believing you only recently found out these men were guilty.
Yes, well, the events of 30 years ago were a miscarriage of justice. I can't make excuses, but I can reopen the casework.
Why can't the city take these people to court? If the victim has to be alive to press charges, how do you ever go to trial for murder?
It's called the Rusk-Ketzler Clause. Started when some drunken braggart wrote a pile of accusations in his will. Hundreds were dragged through needless court trials. The law now requires a next of kin to willfully enact charges from dead claimants. We needed a next of kin of the Legion to move ahead with these charges, and, well, you're the first Legionnaire we've met in years.
If these people committed crimes against the Legion, we'll find them. Give me the details.
There are 3 offenders. Frederick Pratt's, charges of theft. Rudolph Maxwell, theft and murder. Wenzel, charges of murder. As inheritor to the Legion, I give you right of accuser in these matters. Press charges or drop the claims as you see fit. These court filings will tell you where the offenders may be found. I leave it to you to decide settlements or charges.
I'll hear what they have to say and return with my verdicts.
Our business is concluded then. Good day to you, Legionnaire. Salutations, Legionnaires. I am Now, if you'll Now.
The gears of Stonebridge are alive once more. This is cause for celebration, an activity for which I was not designed.
The Queen will need our help, and soon. We should take the causeway to Glitterdelve as quickly as we can. The gears are turning again. All over the city.
I didn't think the dapper old gent was real. Shows what I know. The city is in your debt, to be sure.
Offhand, how many fingers would you say a person really needs? Oh, no reason. I hate being short. What crimes are punishable by a stretch on the rack? Would you happen to have a sledgehammer? I'd like to experience walking with backward bending knees.
You're not taking volunteers, are you? The ladies do fancy a Legion man.
Hello there. Not everyone wanders Stonebridge armed to the teeth, so I'm assuming you're the Legionnaires everyone's been talking about. Where are my manners? The name's Rudolph Maxwell. What can I do for you today?
Might I ask how old you are? I may have the wrong man.
4 years. I only just finished my apprenticeship. Wait a minute. You're looking for my father, aren't you? Is this about his role in the riots? That happened before I was born, but I inherited that bastard's forge, so I guess I inherit his debts. So, the man you're looking for is dead, but I'll settle his mistakes. What did he steal? What do I owe you?
That's noble of you. But if the guilty party is dead, there's nothing to be settled.
Much obliged. You're not the first to track me down on account of his sins. About time I got my name changed. Well, good luck to you. Glad the Legion is back in Stonebridge. Well, good luck to you.
Inspect.
If it isn't the hero of Stonebridge. You know, I happen to have an eligible daughter who would love to meet you.
Please comply with all local laws and customs.
I thought this town was done for when those automatons went mad. Maybe I was wrong about the Legion. Time will tell.
You're not taking volunteers, are you? The ladies do fancy a Legion man.
I have a lucrative arrangement with the city's animal catcher. All the cats a goblin could want. Now that the foundry is reopened, I can resume my studies of the effects of kittens on Cyclops socialization. If a cat always lands on its feet, I wonder what happens if I tie 2 cats together and toss them off the bridge. I have a lucrative arrangement with the city's animal catcher. All the cats a goblin could want.
Ah, back again. What can I do for you?
The Legion has returned, and you need to stand trial for your crimes against us.
What? That's ridiculous. I wasn't even living in Stonebridge when the Chapterhouse was sacked.
That's strange. Who said anything about the Chapterhouse? A guilty conscience is a terrible accomplice.
I guess it was going to come to this eventually. I had a good run. It feels like a lifetime ago. But I took part in that terrible riot. I stole several artifacts from the Chapterhouse, but I don't have them anymore. I sold them all. Used the funds to open my shop. I regret my actions, but not the life it afforded me. I'll fight you in court if you press charges. Or we can settle this some other way.
You're right. It was a lifetime ago. I'll be happy with a sincere apology, and I'll consider the matter forgiven.
That's far too generous. I'm not deserving of this. I deeply regret having grown rich off of someone who shows such mercy. You have my deepest apologies. And there is one Legion trinket I didn't sell. It's not much, but it belongs to you. Ah, that...
Not interested, thank you.
When you change your mind, my gemstones will be here.
Blessed day to you, Legionnaires. Thank you again for your help.
I didn't think the dapper old gent was real. Shows what I know. The city is in your debt, to be sure.
We salute you, Legionnaire. I apologize, but I am not properly configured to embrace you in a non-torso crushing fashion.
You are finished!
You're not taking volunteers, are you? The ladies do fancy a Legion man.
I didn't think the dapper old gent was real. Shows what I know. The city is in your debt, to be sure.
If I hit my head hard enough, can I make my eyes roll around so I can see into my brain?
Please do not litter or excrete in alleyways. Please spend your currency at local markets.
You're not taking volunteers, are you? The ladies do fancy a Legion man.
I didn't think the dapper old gent was real. Shows what I know. The city is in your debt, to be sure.
Nothing fancy in my shop, but my prices are always fair.
If it isn't the hero of Stonebridge, you know, I happen to have an eligible daughter who would love to meet you.
Thanks again for recovering my merchandise. Long live the Legion.
I didn't think the dapper old gent was real. Shows what I know. The city is in your debt, to be sure.
Would you happen to have a sledgehammer? I'd like to experience walking with backward bending knees. Thanks again for...
So,
Terrible.
Those monsters try to kill you, and now you're taking their side? Maybe you took a few too many sharp blows to the head.
Hey, do I know you? I think you owe me a drink.
Are you all right? You look like you're going to be sick.
Me? Fine, just fine. I think I was drunk earlier, but I had some more to drink and that solved it. What do you want?
I'm here about charges of murder.
Huh? Murder? I haven't done... You must be mistaking me for... Who are you? This about that Legion? I spit on the Legion, dirty sons of whores, I tell you! Remind me who they are again? Oh, wait. Hold on. I think I'm gonna vomit. No, never mind. It passed. Hey, who used my pants as an outhouse?
What a pathetic sight you are. I think you've already punished yourself enough.
What? Who are you again? Did I tell you about the time when catskin hats were in fashion? I need to find somewhere to sleep. I think I need another drink.
gears of Stonebridge are alive once more. This is cause for celebration, an activity for which I was not designed. The problem of the Krug has been...
Good day to you, Legionnaire. Let me know when you followed up on those legal matters.
Rudolph is dead. Wenzel is near death's door, and Frederick isn't worth taking to court. There's no need for any trials.
30 years is a long time to let fair justice slumber. My thanks to you for resolving this matter. Here is fair compensation for your time. Now, if you'll excuse me, a very rich lady just died and left her belongings to her cats, and I am pursuing a very complicated lawsuit against them. Now...
Welcome back!
Please spend your current. Please comply with all local laws and customs.
You're not taking volunteers, are you? The ladies
I
do
thought this town
fancy
was
a
done
legion
for when
man.
those automatons went mad. Maybe I was wrong about the Legion. Time will tell.
Thank you for seeing things my way.
I should apologize. I left traps and wards to guard this place. They were meant for looters, not for you.
It's all right. You were trying to protect the Chapterhouse.
Jane buried the Legionnaires in a mass grave outside of town. Unmarked, of course. Might as well have been a midden pit. This Chapterhouse was as close a thing to a monument as they had. You understand. It was important that I keep it safe. Strange to find a ceiling over my head after living so long in an endless sky. That was well played at the Meister Hall. You gave a good man a second chance.
I'm not sure I trust the Gent. The man was too long in the causeways.
That was well played at the Meister Hall.
I'm not sure I trust the Gent.
You gave a good man a second chance.
The man was too long in the causeways.